This lecture we will discuss the development of the diencephalon. So this diagram you are aware of. So diencephalon is just derived from the prosencephalon. So this diencephalon is derived from prosencephalon. It is clear. The cavity of the diencephalon is third ventricle, which communicate with lateral ventricle through the interventricular foramen of Monro. Now developmentally this diencephalon has roof plate and alar plate. Now the roof plate, it is made up of ependymal cells covering cell layers covered by the pia mater. The portion of the ependymal layer with tufts of capillary invaginate third ventricle and forms the choroid plexus of third ventricle. Caudal part of the roof plate forms the pineal body. So this is basically ependymal cell layer. Now this roof plate forms the epithalamus. Now this epithalamus includes the pineal body, habenular nuclei, habenular commissure and posterior commissure, which are concerned with the olfactory pathway. So this pineal body is basically has a stalk which has two laminae, superior and inferior laminae, and those laminae, these commissures are lying, habenular and posterior commissure. Now if we come to the alar plate, it forms the lateral wall and floor of the diencephalon. It is divided into three regions by the appearances of two grooves, which we call them as sulci. So there is epithalamic sulcus and hypothalamic sulcus. Between the epithalamic and hypothalamic sulcus, the region is given the name thalamus, and above that epithalamic sulcus, the part is given the name epithalamus, and below the hypothalamic sulcus, the part is given the name hypothalamus. So these parts are developing from alar portion. Now various nuclei of thalamus and hypothalamus are formed by multiplication of the cells in the mental layer of the diencephalon. Thalamus bulges into the cavity of the third ventricle and differentiated to the thalamic nuclei. Hypothalamus pushed caudoventrally or antero-inferiorly in adults due to enlargement of the thalamus. In the floor of the diencephalon, a group of neurons assembles to form the mammillary body. In the region of the hypothalamus, the lateral wall of the diencephalon forms the optic sulcus, which later become optic vesicle, which is going to form the retina and muscles of iris. But the floor of the diencephalon, in the floor of the diencephalon, a downward growth it develops that forms the infundibular process. You can see in the diagram. This is the infundibular process. So which later on going to develop into posterior pituitary. So this is all about the development of the diencephalon. Thank you very much.